PNC Bank. There's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. Historic Union Station, downtown Denver. You get a ticket to the airport on a train for only $9 here. Takes about an hour less than it does to drive out there. So we got Harpers all over the place. Look at this. Maybe Bryce is going to have a big night. A lot of jerseys for both ball clubs. Beautiful night here. Skies are clear, 81 degrees. Look at the humidity. Look at that humidity, 14%. Ball could be flying. The Nats are 6th in the league in hitting at .253. They're 3rd in runs behind the Dodgers and the Rockies. They're 5th in home runs, and they're only 3 steals behind the Milwaukee Brewers, who, by the way, are trailing the Tigers 3-2 right now, and Bryce has always had a good time here. 379, had a couple of knocks here last night. They were pitching him away. He hit it the other way 3 times in a row, 2 singles and a lineout. And Matt Weeder swinging a great bat, back in the lineup tonight. Wilmer Defoe at second, and Mark Reynolds again replacing Ryan Zimmerman at first base. John Gray, 12-8, but he's 0-2 career with a high ERA against the Nats.
The opponent's hitting .318 against Gray's fastball on the year, but 13th start since his recall from AAA on July 14th. He's 5-1 with a .391, 63 strikeouts, and just 23 walks. Last start against the Phillies, 10-1 win. Gave up just 1 run in 7 innings of work. Struck out 7 Phils.
32-24 career.
A defense tonight for the Rockies behind John Gray. Dahl, Blackman, Gonzalez, the outfield. Story, Arenado playing on the left side at times. LeMahieu and Desmond, they'll always be on the right side. And Tony Wolters behind the plate.
Rockies are the 2nd best team defensively in the league to the Nats, at least in terms of errors. Nats have made 63, fewest in all of baseball. The Rockies 72, and these guys have turned 156 double plays. There's the star at third, 5 consecutive Gold Gloves over there. And Ian Desmond, as you saw, getting a lot of playing time at first base. They want his RBI bat in the lineup. So the Dodgers, within the last hour, took care of their business at San Francisco. Rockies have to win to stay a game ahead. And if they don't, or if they don't tomorrow, the Dodgers win, the very real possibility of a 1-game playoff at Dodger Stadium on Monday. The Dodgers beat the Rockies 12-7 in their season series.
The Dodgers in the playoffs. They're popping bottles right now in San Francisco. We just saw it before we came on the air. How they're in the playoffs is huge. You don't want to be in that 1-game playoff. It takes years off your life.
Yeah, and the Rockies had their full celebration last night. Here's Adam Eaton. We are underway. 6:11 local time here, 8:11 back home. Adam, 324 over his last 34 games, and he's going to hit one off of John Gray up the middle. Ball got slowed down. He's going to make a big round to the bag, but Charlie Blackman gets to it. Little hip check there for the pitcher.
Well, I saw Adam in the dugout before batting practice. I said 2 knocks for 300, then shut it down, and we were laughing about it. I said, why don't you just get 5 tonight and put that 300 thing on ice? So, trainer's out to see John Gray here. That might have got him right in the hip bone or the ribs. A little higher than that. Kidney shot? That's not how Bud Black pictured this one starting. Let's check it out again. Let's see exactly where it got him. Yeah, a little higher than I originally thought. Above the belt, right off the kidney.
All right, everybody's satisfied that he's okay. Keith Duggar is their head trainer.
He's not okay yet. He got to throw some practice pitches.
Yeah, that's true.
Strike. Pair of 95s. Trey Turner's getting in there with an 0-2 count.
Trey Turner, 1 for 5 last night. Drove in both of the Nats' run with a triple in the 4th inning. He's hit safely 13 of his last 15 games. 0 for 4 with a walk and an RBI against John Gray. Loves it here. A lot of hitters do. 15 career RBIs total, home and away, against the Rockies.
You know, I only have to do it 2 more times, but I forgot to say there goes a no-hitter. So there goes a no-hitter. And 2 more days till you pick your own friends.
Be a sad day for all of us on the traveling squad. Finishing each other's sentences for the last month and a half or so.
Just walk around the house with my headset on for about a week, you know, to readjust back to normal society. No more makeup.
Yeah.
I might just put some on for the heck of it.
Pitch up, and that thing is gashed into center. Trey Turner and the Nats have hit 2 shots right up the middle, with Bryce Harper now coming up.
John Gray has had some hard balls that hit right past him so far. This is 111.
Whew.
So taking one off the kidney and then one over the head. That's got to rattle you a little bit, doesn't it?
You would think. Heard that one go by for sure after that loud crack. Bryce Harper against John Gray, 3 for 5 career. Crowd cheers loudly. If the Rockies average 40,000 tonight and tomorrow, they will draw 3 million fans to Coors Field this summer. They had 48,000 here last night. Harper, big swing off to the left, 0-2. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons, league leaders. So RBI leaders since the start of 2015. And Bryce on there with the other big run producers. Look at Nolan Arenado, just under 500 RBIs. He's sitting at 105 right now with his teammate, Trevor Story. That ball bounces, smothered by Tony Wolters.
Nice block. He kept it close with the speed on the bases for the Nats. If that kicks either way, he got second and third, nobody out.
Big yard, quiet. First inning's been an issue for John Gray this year. Did Harper go? Dave Rackley at third base says it's a swing, and that's a huge out for Colorado.
Close, but it looked like he went.
Anthony Rendon is next, and he's had success against his right-hander. 3 out of 4 with a walk and a run batted in. John Gray went 5 2/3 at Washington April 14th. Nats won that game 6-2. 5 runs, 8 hits. over 94 pitches. So Anthony Rendon, look at this. He's third in the batting race, 1 point behind Freddie Freeman, 11 behind Christian Yelich. Slugging, OPS, tied for first in doubles with Freddie Freeman. 15 games with 3 hits or more. And top 13 with those 91 RBIs. That one slowed down Rendon's bat on a fly ball to Charlie Blackmon. Both runners tagging, both runners holding. 2 outs. Now it's Gray and Juan Soto for the first time. First time up last night. Juan backed David Dahl up against the left field wall with a high towering fly ball. It was 52 at game time. Tonight it's 81.
Christian Yelich just went deep to make it 3-2, his 35th home run of the year.
What a year.
MVP.
Ties him with Trevor Story, second most homers in the league. Yeah, they were down 3-0. That ball hit hard to left by Soto. Tailing over the glove of Dahl, all the way to the wall. Screaming around third is Trey Turner, and the Nationals lead 2-0. Juan Soto, RBI total up to 68.
'25th double of the year, 104 miles an hour. Look at him just cover the plate. He was thinking left field all the way. And a low bullet to left scores Trey Turner all the way from first, 2-0. Well, I know Ronald Acuna Jr. was on a team that won the NL East. I don't know how you can vote against Juan Soto for Rookie of the Year. And trust me, we love Ronald Acuna Jr. and respect everything he's done. But when you talk about on-base percentage, maybe being the divider between those two.
Yeah.
But the RBIs, the average, he'd have to have a monster 2 days to get to 300. But only 2 teenagers have ever hit 300 in the history of the game, Mel Ott and Edgar Renteria. And that was average at 294 after the double.
Wow. Gray and Wolters thought they had a strike.
A flinch from Larry Vanover on that one.
Yeah, the 27-year veteran crew chief has the plate.
Watch him. He wanted to call a strike. Watch. Yeah, no. Thought about it.
You know, we all talk about how far the ball goes in the air at Coors Field. The one thing that strikes me every day here when you watch batting practice is how far the low line drives go.
Yeah.
You'll see a ball that you think is going to maybe be to an outfielder or on a hop, and it keeps going. It hits the wall on the fly here. That's the kind of ball Juan Soto just hit. It was absolutely screaming to left. Reynolds, that's not an easy play for Arenado. He's going to have to bounce it over there, and Mark Reynolds beats it out. Soto to third as the inning continues.
Yeah, pretty good glove play on an in-between hop. Tried to set himself. Watch the grass catch it like Velcro. That last hop just kind of went up in the air and slowed down. Tremendous play by Arenado, but Mark Reynolds smelling a knock all the way. Speed kills, baby.
And the line drive off the hip area or the side did not count as a mound visit, but this one will. Pitching coach Steve Foster. Matt Wieters will be the hitter, and Matt's been hot.
Yeah, because Arenado was falling into left field basically when he threw that, he didn't get a lot on the ball, so it didn't have a lot of spin rate when it hit the grass, and it just checked up real slow, and that allowed Reynolds to beat it. So he's playing deep to start with, then he gets a top spin, and that ball just kind of shoots on him. Tremendous backhand play. I don't even know how he gloved it to get to that point. That ball picked up speed on that hop. And then you see the hop kind of slow down on the grass.
Matt Wieters, 304 his last 29 starts. He could be a pick to click tonight. 4 for 9 career with a homer, 2 RBIs against John Gray.
You know, how a team plays when they're out of the race, I think says a lot about the individuals on a ball club, but I think it says even more about the skipper. If you're out of the race, whether your ball club as a whole shuts it down is how they feel about their manager. If you don't like your skipper and you're out of the race, a lot of times you want to put up your own numbers, right? You want to have a good last 2 weeks or whatever it is, but the fact that this club has been playing so well even after there was an X by their name and they were eliminated, says a lot about Davey Martinez and how much they like their manager, I think.
Well said. Nats are 12-7 in their last 19. Fastball up, and now it's 3-1 to Matt Wieters. So Mark Reynolds will have a head start at first. Interesting that both Nats catchers, the regular guys, Wieters and Kieboom, are finishing the season strong. Spencer Kieboom had a couple of hits last night. He's 12 for his last 28. Mentioned Matt hitting 304 for better than a month.
That went into the radio booth. I think they're taking Dave Jagler out on a stretcher. He'll be okay, though. Don't worry. He played a little ball in junior high school, I think. He's good.
Handsome finder. 3-2, runner moving again. Reynolds off first. And Matt Wieters will lift one out to short center. Trevor Story. So the Nats making a long inning for John Gray. Adam Eaton started off up the middle, then Trey Turner hit one harder through there. Juan Soto a laser to left, and the Nats put 2 on the board at Coors Field. Cargo, their big boppers, Ian Desmond, 88 RBIs. Steven Strasburg, 9 career starts against Colorado. He's 4-4.
Allowed 1 run on 3 hits. His last start on the 24th against the Marlins. Lasted just 4 innings, threw 100 pitches in those 4 innings. Remember the drizzly night at Nats Park? Seemed like he was having trouble with the mound. 5 strikeouts, 4 walks. He hit a batter in that one. His fastball was as high as 95 last start and as low as 91. Average 93.
There are some Rockies who have good numbers against him. The first of whom is Charlie Blackmon, 7 for 14. A little bit away. Blackmon hit his 28th here last night. Got them on the board first. Bottom of the 3rd before the Nats scored a couple in the half inning right after that. Strike call. Again, Larry Vanover took quite a look at it and then this time raised the right arm. That's a nasty hook, strike 2.
Yeah, everybody's made a big deal about the drop in velocity, but the drop in his curveball has been the same, and the drop in his changeup has been the same. So the off-speed pitches have been deadly for him since he's come off the DL. He's about 50-50 between fastball and off-speed.
Milwaukee now leads Detroit 5-3. Cubs lost today, and if the Brewers win that game, the Central will be tied at the top with 1 game to go. Strasburg blows away Blackmon for his 150th strikeout of the year.
I set the defense for the Nats behind Steven tonight. Soto, Harper, Eaton the outfield. Turner Rendon the left side. Defoe Reynolds be on the right side. Matt Wieters doing the catching.
DJ LeMahieu hitting 278. 5 for 18 with a homer against Strasburg. Bryce Harper about as far off center as you will ever see a center fielder. Really playing LeMahieu to the opposite gap. And Soto is about 140 feet off the left field line. Base hit through that side. Wilmer Defoe couldn't get to it, and DJ LeMahieu breaks up a personal 0 for 10 with that base hit. And that brings in a young David Dahl, who's on quite a power surge.
He's homered in 5 straight games. I'd say that's locked in.
Yeah, 5-game hitting streak, 9 for 22, so he's had 4 other hits during that time, and he's at 15 and 45 on the power numbers. Oh for 1 with a walk the first time he faced Steven Strasburg. Rendon in the baseline and creeping in at third. Close. 2-0.
His last start against the Marlins, he threw left-handers 17 fastballs, 2 curves, and 8 changeups. Those are the 3 pitches he featured against lefties.
Well, a bit of a mystery at home. 7-2 in the 2.34 ERA. Away from Nationals Park. Steven 9-7 overall, 3.77. 22nd start Opponent's hitting 241, and that's a 4-pitch walk in front of Nolan Arenado. He was 1 for 4 last night, double to right center first time up. 5th in the league with 74 extra base hits. Same number of homers as Bryce, 34. And 3rd in RBIs with Trevor Story at 105. In there.
Struck out 34.3% of the right-handers he's faced this year. That's the 5th highest in the big leagues with 79 innings or more. Looking for one right here. I mean, you got to love to pitch in this situation, even though pitchers don't like Coors Field. Packed house, Saturday night. Most of the baseball world probably watching this game, especially Southern California. This is prime time baseball, baby.
To play right side. Yeah, so this game and the one in Milwaukee, the two that everybody's watching right now with playoff implications. There's a secondary story taking place in Philadelphia because the Braves and the Rockies have the same record, 90 and 70. If they would both win the division, their divisions, who would get home field?
There's a third dairy story too, that the Phillies have just shut it down completely, it seems like.
Philadelphia's lost 9 in a row. Battling the Braves tonight, though, no score, 5th inning. A vertical approach to Nolan Arenado, right across the middle of the strike zone from top to bottom here. He's 3 for 12 career against Steven with a homer and 2 RBIs. Just able to foul that.
Nicked it. Heard 2 sounds. Hard to tell on that replay, but you could tell that he foul tipped it. That's a good take. I don't know how he took that. That was a strike for a while. Nasty changeup. Spit on it.
Counts 1-2 with 2 on, 1 out.
The changeup's the ground ball pitch.
Rockies hit into a lot of double plays, 139 on the year. They've turned the most, 156. So their offense, they have a lot of guys on base, and against their pitchers, a lot on base. Arenado's hit into 16 this year on the ground. And a 1-2 pitch. High riding fastball and fouled off to the right over our heads. John Guerre threw 25 pitches, and Steven Strasburg has already thrown 20. So here comes number 9 to Nolan Arenado. Jammed him.
Well, it's some kind of fight going on right now between these two. Tenth pitch coming in this at bat.
In on his hands enough. Soto put his head down and really started running hard toward the line. He had a long way to go. As we mentioned earlier, for Arenado, like the others, playing toward the gap, puts it away. 2 down, big out.
And battle won by Steven. I might have had some twilight in it. Juan Soto playing in left center had a long way to go, and there was a little hesitation in the sprint toward the line. And I think he lost the ball for a second and then found it again.
Checks his chart for Trevor Story. Oh for 2 with the base on balls last night.
That's a short, powerful swing.
Got a fastball, hit it hard, right field corner, foul off the wall to the right of that yellow stripe.
I'll tell you what, these fans here at Coors Field are living and dying with every pitch. First the Arenado battle, and then this bolt down the right field line just tails foul at the end. Missed it by that much. It would have been a tie game with a runner on second or third. Tremendous atmosphere here tonight at Coors Field. Tremendous.
Rockies at home this year, 46-33. Averaging almost 37,000 a game. I think they'll make it to 40,000 here tonight, and tomorrow a chance to draw 3 million. Tough lineup to navigate. 0-2 count. Change up. Pretty good 0-2 pitch.
I mean, this essentially is a playoff game for the Rockies, but it just feels like one here tonight. Maybe even more so than last night when they clinched a postseason berth.
Swing and a miss. 86 diving. Quite a battle for Steven Strasburg. Gives up a hit and a walk. Battles Arenado into a fly ball. Strikes out Story. And the Nats 2-0 after 1 long inning. and scores 7 or more, you get 50% off regular menu price. Online orders at papajohns.com. Promo code NATS50. Enjoy the quality pizza you've come to expect from your locally owned and operated Papa John's. So it can only happen twice more. Wilmer Defoe is going to drag one with him, and that's a perfect bunt base hit at Coors Field. And the Nats have their second consecutive leadoff man aboard, and that's hit number 5.
Beautiful bunt. You know what my first thought was right here? He needs to do that more. He made that look so easy. I mean, that's not an easy bunt for a left-hander. Bringing it with you past the pitcher with enough steam on it to get it by the pitcher, but not too hard as the second baseman could throw you out. That was perfect.
And now your pitcher coming up. Strasburg leans back from a high-tight fastball. Steven has 7 sacrifice bunts this year. So Bob Henley looking in the dugout, deflecting Davies' signs around the infield for the batter and the runner.
That's all he's looking to Davey. Davey's flashing him some signs. You see him look at Wilmer to make sure Wilmer was looking at him, which is always key for a third base coach. You just don't start flashing signs unless you see the runner looking at you. Stay on the base. Ian's got the ball.
Yeah. Phantom throw there.
All right, they're going to keep it on. For those of you that don't know, you don't put the bunt sign on every single time, because if you do in the sequence, it allows the other team to steal your sign. So what you'll do is you put it on the first pitch, and then you'll take it off if you want them to swing sometime throughout the at-bat. But if you put the bunt sign on 5 pitches in a row, they'll steal it.
And finally, on a 2-strike count, he lays down a beauty. That's pitcher to second baseman, sacrifice 1-4, and Wilmer Defoe easily to second base. So 2 good bunts in the inning.
I just thought of something. You know, it'd be cool if the Nats change their signs for next year, which they probably will. Ask Bob Henley what their signs are tomorrow, and we go through it with him, and we know what's going on during the game.
Interesting.
I mean, who cares? It's the last game of the year, right? Unless they're watching in the Rockies clubhouse, which they wouldn't be.
Yeah. Adam Eaton, a ball deflecting off John Gray for a base hit. Turner screamed one in the center, and they both scored on the Soto double. So the first time around the order, the Nationals go 5 for 8 with a sacrifice bunt. They had 12 hits, but stranded 10 in losing 5-2 last night. That ball hit hard, right side, base hit. Defoe around third. Henley sends him. No throw from Gonzalez, and it's 3-0 Washington. Adam Eaton climbing toward 300.
Clutch knock. I told me he was getting 5 tonight. So it's the second inning. He's got 2. He's 2 for 2. Well on his way. Nicely placed ground ball. And the leadoff bunt scores. Who says the bunt is dead?
First 10 batters, 6 hits. Quick move, but a very high throw. If you're wondering, Adam Eaton, 9 out of 10 stealing this year. A lot of room right side. Trey Turner, by the way, nearing 180 hits. 3 more today and tomorrow to get there.
Played in every game this season. 4 he didn't start, but he got into those games. I don't think that can be emphasized enough. That's impressive.
655 official at bats. And he's walked 69 times. So we're talking way over 700 plate appearances. Turner high in the air to left. See you later. 5-0 Nationals. Number 19, RBI total to 72.
1 shy of 20. He loves playing in this ballpark. What hitter does it? But Trey Turner always has great games at Coors Field, and here he goes again.
For the Nats, number 190.
You could have said see you later on contact on that one. That was a bomb halfway up the bleachers in left center.
1 out in the inning, and here's Harper. Price is going to hook one right side, picked off by Ian Desmond, and he leads the pitcher too far. Gray falls down after it goes off his glove, and Bryce Harper standing on second.
Well, you could tell when Ian threw that he led Gray too far. And great read by Bryce. He didn't break stride at all, just like he was hitting a double. Watch, he just kind of rounds the bag a little bit. Ian, look how far in front. Wasn't that bad looking at the replay, and then Bryce just hangs a left. And then he ate it.
Ooh.
Pretty hard after that. He's had a rough go here in 2 innings with the comebacker. Now that play.
Anthony Rendon next. They're showing an error. They haven't added a hit. So evidently a 2-base error on Ian Desmond. And another visit from the pitching coach, Steve Foster. They got to get their bullpen revved up here. Rockies in a situation where they can't get too far behind.
Can I see the homer again, please? Thank you. Leg kick slow and early, and I mean that's one of his better swings of the year. Look at the extension, short compact swing, slow leg kick. Remember, Gray's out of the stretch. That can always be tricky for a hitter with a leg kick, and he timed that perfectly. What would the Nats hitters' numbers be if they played 81 games in this ballpark?
Trey Turner, 44th career home run. So he's given himself a shot at 20 by the end of the proceedings tomorrow or tonight. Rendon fly ball to center first time. Fair ball. Arenado with a strong sidearm throw. Bryce Harper waited for the throw and then advanced to third on the second out.
All right, Chuck's calling it. DC Lexus dealers donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 homers hit by the Nats this year. Lexus, experience amazing. I think they're going to pitch to Juan Soto here?
It's a good question.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
No offense to Mark Reynolds. He can hit too. Single his first time up. But that's Juan Soto,
who's now flirting with 70 runs batted in. Chad Bettis.
And the one thing that maybe the Rockies don't know, if you haven't seen Juan Soto play a lot this year, you can't make him chase in these situations. He won't force the issue. He'll take his walks. They're trying to pitch around him, and he won't swing at that.
And interesting pickup by Walters there. He backhanded the ball. And sometimes you can get too cute trying to pitch around a guy and drop one in the dirt and give up a run. Bryce has a chance to get way down the line with Arenado well off the bag. Soto up the middle. Speared by LeMahieu. Picked by Desmond. And the Rockies defense saves a 6th run. But the Nats come up big. Eaton drove in a run, and then Trey Turner, a high towering drive to left center. Inning and a half in the scorebook, and the Nats have 5.
Member benefits in all of baseball. The best seats for 2019. You can guarantee access to the postseason when the Nats win the East. They're gonna. For more information or to become a Nats Plus member, visit nationals.com/2019.
Steven Strasburg, first inning, pitched out of some trouble. Couple of strikeouts, a walk, a hit, 26 pitches, 17 strikes. Here's Carlos Gonzalez, who's on a 4-game hitting streak with 6 hits. He jacks one to center. Rockies are on the board on Cargo's 16th.
You know, that's a relaxer to the first base dugout. That's 25 plus guys breathing easier all of a sudden. You know, once you get that first run on the board, it'll wake you up. Not that you need to be woken up in this game, but all of a sudden you're breathing easier. There's some smiles in the dugout. And guys are probably running up and down saying, hey, long way to go. This thing ain't over yet. 4-run lead at Coors Field. We always translate that into a 2-run lead anywhere else.
Yeah. Ian Desmond went deep last night. Kind of indicative Ian's night last night. Not hitting for a high average, but doing lots of damage. He went 1 for 3. 22 homers, 88 RBIs. That's an off-speed pitch. And Ian Desmond saying something to Steven Strasburg, who's trying to fight off a smile.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything friendly about that. Ian Desmond gave him the look.
So maybe
Steven Strasburg says it's a changeup, dude. It's 86.
Interesting.
And then Weeder said it was a changeup, and then Ian said, oh, I don't think Ian knew that was a changeup.
Yeah.
You know, the difference between 86 and 92, you can't really tell that when it's by your ear.
Yeah.
And then you saw Ian say, oh, there at the end, and that was when Matt Weeder said, dude, it was a changeup.
3-0.
Changeup got away. He said that's twice. It's a slider, he's saying. So a slider that got away from him.
And that's inside for the walk. Second walk by Strasburg.
I think after the home run, the pitch up and in. A lot of emotion in tonight's game. And I like it.
Yeah.
He said, I didn't know that was a slider. Did you see what he just said? He said it was right at my face.
Tony Walters, the catcher, next. Hitting a .176, but he's 2 for 2 against Steven Strasburg. Runner on the move, and that'll keep him from a force out or a double play as Desmond goes into second on the first out.
Oh, you got to take that pitch. He had such a monster jump right there. I don't think that was a hit and run with the pitcher coming up.
By the way, they just called John Gray back to the dugout.
Yeah, you see Ian looking back. That was a straight steal. He had that bag stolen. Got to take a strike with that jump.
Raimel Tapia, an outfielder, hits for John Gray, who's out of the game after 2 innings.
It's not the time of year you wait for your starting pitcher to figure it out. This is like a playoff game, and Bud Black managing that way. And maybe that kidney thing's really barking. Who knows?
Some guys steal the strike with a first pitch curveball. Strasburg, nothing stealthy about what he can do with that pitch. That was nasty. So Chad Bettis is ready, and he'll be coming in. He's made 20 starts this year, so he's a guy that could give them some innings if it works out that way. Fastball up. So John Gray, 41 pitches, 27 strikes in 2 innings. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
Not getting cheated. Sheesh. that was a trying to make it 5-3 swing.
Tapper. Strasburg bare hand makes the throw. Reynolds reaching down for it, and the call is safe.
Thought he's
Did
out.
Hunter Wendelstedt think that maybe he bobbled that ball? Looked like the throw beat the runner.
Everybody going crazy in the third base dugout. I thought he was out initially. Look closer on the replay.
No bobble there, and the Nats will certainly challenge.
You got 28 home runs coming up. This is a big call.
First of all, the umpires are going to confer.
Hunter said, I thought he dropped the ball. He could read his lips. So you could see Hunter Wendelstedt said, I thought he dropped the ball. Not an easy call from behind the base in the position that he had right there. And it looks like he's out. You hear the groan from the crowd here at Coors Field. Watch, this will show it without a doubt, right? I don't know if he ever touched first. I don't think his foot hit the bag, Cart.
Watch his back foot.
Yeah, but it's too late
that's a
by
front
then.
foot. That's yeah. I think he's out no matter what. One three and a pretty good play as it ends up by Steven Strasburg. Had the bare hand and make a quick throw. Ian Desmond did go to third on the play.
The hard part was Mark Reynolds with a runner bearing down on him. You can break your wrist so easy that way. He stuck his nose in there. That was a brave play by the Nats first baseman.
So here's Charlie Blackmon, who struck out first time. That one makes a loud noise to center. Harper's got it. Fantastic play straight back by Bryce Harper to keep this from being at least a 5-2 game.
noise, you got to go back. Blackman squared this up. So loud noise, he breaks back the wrong way and then corrects himself. That's a drill you do in spring training all the time, just in case the ball tails on you. So with the lefty and the inside-out swing, that ball was hit hard, but actually tailed back toward left. So the first thing, the most important thing, is to retreat. And then he made the correction by looking over the right shoulder, up against the fence, jumped up right in time. Nice play. But reading the sound and going back, the most important part of that, and then you figure out the rest as you go.
Price keeps the Nats on top by 4. Choose a winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube, for value and convenience. JiffyLubeDC.com. Chad Bettis, 29-year-old right-hander, 26 appearances this year, 20 starts, high ERA, and more than a hit per inning by a small margin. He's given up 17 home runs. Mark Reynolds, 1 for 3 career against him with an RBI, and that ball's well out of play.
Yeah, Bettis fastball, curveball, slider change. Fastball 87 to 94. You look at the average against. The changeup seems to be the most effective pitch with a 233 average against.
Did he go? Hunter Wendelstedt rings him up. First out, 3rd inning.
All right, Nats Winter Fest presented by StubHub's coming to the ballpark this year, December 1st and 2nd. That's a Saturday and a Sunday, so bring the whole family out to the yard during the winter. And if you buy this by tomorrow, you save some money. Visit Nationals.com for more information. Get your tickets now. It'll be here before you know it.
Here's Matt Wieters, pop up to short center first time, with a couple of men aboard to end the 1st inning. Detroit's come back to tie that game in Milwaukee, 5-5, 6th inning. Brewers have an opportunity. They win tonight. They're tied for first with the Cubs with 1 to go. This out of play. Left side.
Same with the West if this stays.
It is.
Game 162 is going to be awesome tomorrow. Hopefully the Nats can add on, win this one, and let chaos reign. I love it.
Wieters and into the shift. It's a shortstop over there. Trevor Story, 2 down.
You know I love it because we're not in it.
We're not pulling our hair out.
That's right.
No better time to act than today. PNC make today the day. So minor league insights, pitchers of the year since 2014. Lucas Giolito now with the White Sox. He and Ronaldo Lopez, part of the Adam Eaton deal. The Nats still have Austin Voth, Wander Suero, and on their way, Ben Bramer and Will Crow. Well, that's a quick inning for Chad Bettis. Rockies changed pitchers, and that changed some of their pitching momentum. 2-3-4 coming up for them. Nationals history, September 29th last year, Ryan Zimmerman wears out the Pirates, 4 for 4, couple of homers, 12 total bases. Nats won at 6-1, and for Ryan, who had a wonderfully healthy year, new career highs with home runs numbers 35, 36. Why not a curtain call toward the end of last year? Fantastic season for Ryan Zimmerman last year. All right, Dan, what's up?
Bob, you mentioned a healthy year for Ryan Zimmerman last year. Unfortunately for Zim, not the case this year. Missed a bunch of games dealing with multiple injuries, including a back ailment of late. And Davey Martinez acknowledging today what we kind of discussed yesterday, that Ryan is not going to appear in tonight's game or tomorrow, shut down for the rest of the season. The Nationals, no reason to push him dealing with that back issue right now, wanting him to have a healthy offseason. Zim has said a couple times over the course of this season that he might have to adapt who he is as a player, maybe try and dive a little bit less, pick his spots, when to lay out a little more. I asked Davey if that's something that he thinks Zim can do. Davey kind of smiled and said, I'm going to say good luck on that. You can think you'll take that kind of approach, but when you're out there, you forget about that entirely. You do whatever you can to help your team win. And he said, knowing Zim, he can say he's going to try and take that approach, but the first time he needs to tag up on a shallow fly ball, he'll probably dive into home plate head first. So Davey doesn't really think that Zim will be able to adapt. We'll see how it plays out from here, but Zim will not appear tonight or tomorrow, guys.
All right, DJ LeMahieu, David Dahl, Nolan Arenado, bottom of the third. Hard hit ball. Steven Strasburg, first 2 innings, 39 pitches, 24 strikes. He's pitched around 2 walks. Neither of them have come around to score. And the only run, of course, the leadoff homer, Carlos Gonzalez, last inning. Pretty good breaking ball and a good job by LeMahieu of getting to it.
Got 24 fastballs in his first 44 pitches so far. And you would think at Coors Field, where curveballs and sliders have a tendency to hang, that it would be mostly fastball changeup tonight for Steven. The resistance on the seams with some air for those pitches to break.
Strike 3 call. LeMahieu stopped as he was going for it. Couldn't pull the trigger, and he's punched out. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
Fastball away. Was it a strike? Larry Vanover thought it was. Waited for a minute. Said it's too close to take.
David Dahl and Arenado now the next 2.
I always thought with 2 strikes, if a hitter checked his swing, that at some point he realized it wasn't a strike. So that's why he stopped his swing. Otherwise, why else would you stop your swing?
Nasty changeup. Some guys would love to have 88 with that kind of action on their fastball. Wilmer Defoe about 8 to 10 feet onto the outfield grass. Turner shaded up the middle. Mile high plus Soto. Fair ball, 2 outs. This is a look ahead presented by Wells Fargo. Max Scherzer probable tomorrow because it's going to mean something no matter what with the Dodgers winning today. So the Rockies will either have a 1-game lead in the West or be tied with the Dodgers if the Nats win this one, and he'll take those Cy Young worthy numbers out onto the mound tomorrow.
Tie his career high with his 34th start.
What, 5 strikeouts away from Pedro's franchise mark? Here's Nolan Arenado, fly ball to left first time. That was the battle royale of the night for Strasburg so far, 10 pitches. And he finally got him to fly out with 2 men aboard, 1 out in the first inning.
You know, Mike Rizzo had a good quote the other day about Max and the Cy Young. He said he's first in every category except for one. And that's true. When you look at all the numbers, the only thing he's not first in is ERA, and that's where Jacob deGrom leads. So if he throws a no-hitter against the Rockies tomorrow, it's his. I think if he just has a good game, it could be his.
Number 19 would look good on that resume.
It's a good resume builder for sure. Potentially.
For those of us who still think wins are important. And not like 5th down on the list.
The wins are not important anymore anywhere. You get a trophy for finishing 4th.
You know what would happen if they tried to give Max a participation trophy?
He'd throw it in the back of his car with the rest of his NL Pitcher of the Month awards.
I don't know if he'd keep that.
Never heard of getting penalized for winning.
Yeah. Trey Turner gets a nice big hop on the last one, and Steven Strasburg gets a well-needed 1-2-3 third inning.
And maybe that affected John Gray. And there's another line drive whizzing by the Rockies starter who's no longer in there. And then Juan Soto cleaning it all up with a 104-mile-an-hour double. Good effort by Dahl. So that was the first inning. Dahl, excuse me.
Top of the 4th, Strasburg against Chad Bettis. Bettis got a 1-2-3 third. 10 pitches, 7 strikes. 0-2 to Steven. And on the run, Story. Plenty of time. A low throw. He's retired 4 in a row, and the last 3 on ground balls.
All right, the stage is set. The lights are on. Nobody's home as baseball's next generation chases October's crown. The Major League Baseball postseason begins October 2nd. Go to MLB.com/postseason for the full schedule. I mean, you can't read the lights are on and not say nobody's home. I mean, you have to.
Robert Palmer, right?
The lights are on and nobody's home.
And sometime in this game, your mind is not your own. Fastball up and away.
I've been described like that so many times, I feel like I have to say it.
Big night for Adam Eaton.
Where's the average? Where are we at?
300. I see in 301 on the scoreboard. He's still at that stage of the season. Yeah, 301. Where his average takes a little bit more of a jump because he's in that area of 316 official at bats.
Well, I was just about to crush you for getting your binoculars out, but that's the smallest thing up there, the average. Everything else is huge.
That tells you something.
Yeah.
Eaton, and that thing over the bag, not quite. It just took a hook before it got there. Ian Desmond not too far off the line. Adam Eaton very close to 3 for 3.
I'll tell you what, if this score stands, and I'm a Rockies player, there's no way I'm sleeping a wink tonight. Day game after a night game, game 162 for all the marbles. Same for the Dodgers. I wouldn't sleep tonight, not a wink. Just flip-flopping all night. I mean, if you're facing Max Scherzer, that's probably a tough night to sleep anyways. But for all the marbles, that's why I really want the Nats to win this.
Big curveball. Second strikeout by Bettis, who's retired 5 straight.
All right, time for some Geico highlights. Trey Turner with number 19. Ian Desmond knows a little bit about 2020 and being a Nats shortstop, but Trey would be 2040 with one more tater. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. What did Ian do it 3 times as a Nat? 2020 as a
He did, and he's done it this year as a Rocky. .43 steals. Tony Wolters pulled it back in, but Larry Vanover not biting on that. So he's batting .500 last 2 years here at Coors Field. Doesn't matter if it's cold in April or cold one night and warm the next night in September. Trey likes this joint. Left side, Arenado to his left. Wow, what an arm. 1, 2, 3, the Nats go in order in the top of the 4th inning, which is brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals.
As you enjoy a Miller Lite tonight, look forward to the whole true moment later in this ball game. Might be him. Might be Juan Soto. Or maybe it hasn't even happened yet.
Good chance of that here. Steven Strasburg back to work, coming off his best inning of the night. In fact, he's retired 6 consecutive Rockies now. Trevor Story struck out swinging first time up. He's had a nasty curveball up here tonight.
Check out the rooftop area up here. I mean, they're packed in about 5 deep up there, just standing along the rail.
Yeah, they added that whole entertainment area up there several years ago.
5280.
Originally, it used to be all seats up there, and they've made it into quite a stop.
Yeah, they're packed in like sardines up there. I love it. Great atmosphere. And I'm a little bit jealous.
The hook has been great right from the get-go tonight.
I mean, it's hard to throw a good curveball in this ballpark. There's been many who have tried. I think Steven Strasburg's spin rate on his curveball plays here. It doesn't matter if there's air or not.
Follows it up with 95 fouled. By the way, just checking something that crossed my mind. In New York tonight, David Wright is 0 for 1 with a walk, playing for the Mets. They activated him for the weekend series. He's now out of the ball game. I wonder if they maybe walked him off when he got to first and got a tremendous ovation.
They did. Apparently he was choked up coming off the field. Professional all the way.
I think yesterday in New York was David Wright Day. Very cool. Missed that guy. Boy, did he compete against the Nats. So fun watching the Hampton Roads guys, Ryan Zimmerman and David Wright, battle it out at third base back in those days. That's a taken curveball for a strike. Number 4 for Steven Strasburg.
A lock 'em up hammer here. Couldn't pull the trigger. Good pitch. 1 out. Yeah, the game stopped for several minutes. Wright came to the top step of the dugout for one last curtain call, and all the fans at Citi Field were chanting, "Thank you, David." Pretty cool moment.
Yeah, crazy. No score in that game, 8th inning. Marlins, Mets. Phillies have 3 on the Braves. Braves in a situation like the Nats have been several times. You've clinched, and you've clinched a while ago, but you're still playing for home field in the first round as a division winner. Right now they have the same record as the Rockies. And the 0-1 pitch well away to Carlos Gonzalez, who hit one straight away out of here, leading off the second, his 16th of the year. First career homer against Strasburg. Dave Rackley at third says he went.
Jade out from the side. Steven Strasburg will take it.
Two heater, tailing away, foul tip. Strikeout number 5.
I've seen this a lot of times from Steven. About the 3rd or 4th, he gets into the rhythm. The big train is rolling right now. Nasty curveball to Trevor Story for strike 3, and then a running fastball that seemed to rise for strike 3 to Carlos Gonzalez.
He has struck out 3 of the last 5 Rockies. Desmond, the last Colorado base runner. DJ Johnson. They've gotten 2 good innings from Chad Bettis on 24 pitches. 6 in a row retired. Strasburg on a roll of his own here. Fastball, Desmond hits it hard. Adam Eaton thought about it for a second. 4-run lead, taken on a hop. And Desmond's at first with 2 outs for the catcher, Tony Wolters. Let's go inside the numbers. Presented by PNC, make today the day. So looking ahead to Max and also noticing what Strasburg's doing tonight. Consecutive seasons with 10+ strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. And Max has done that more than anybody. 7 in a row.
Just want to see someone dress up in a Sasquatch outfit and walk right through that thing, and then just look at the camera halfway through and then just keep walking. That would be awesome.
Leave some beef jerky up there. I bet it's a good chance it'll happen.
You know, like that footage, the famous footage. We send Dan out there to do that.
Pitcher spot next. If the Rockies can keep this going. Wolters ground ball to Defoe. First time up. Strasburg had retired 8 in a row until that Desmond base hit. That's left-handed hitting first baseman Ryan McMahon. Strasburg has it. Little toss to Reynolds. And he's having himself a good evening. Steven now, 9 of the last 10 Rockies retired. We're going top 5. Some glove work on one hop. Well done. Infield plays very fast here.
off and on offensively over the course of this season. Struggled at times to put runs across, but also had periods where the offense has really been clicking, as evidenced by the fact that since the All-Star break, the Nationals lead the National League in many key offensive categories. I asked Davey Martinez what the biggest thing is that he wants to see improvement in next year when it comes to the offense. And he said consistency, especially when it comes to doing the little things, getting guys over, getting a runner in from third with less than 2 outs, capitalizing on scoring opportunities more consistently. That's something that he continues to say he's going to put a focus on next spring training, doing the little things offensively that can help you win games.
Will Bryce Harper be part of that? Third at bat of the night. Bryce has struck out. He's reached on the error on the in-between ground ball between first and second that Ian Desmond threw by the pitcher. Eventually stranded at third in that inning, but Bryce has a couple of knocks in the series. And against Chad Bettis, he's 2 for 9 with a walk and an RBI.
I think there was a number of years where the Nats just out-talented everybody, and they could just go out there with Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg, Gio Gonzalez, Tanner Roark, and beat people with their lineup left and right. And they've never really paid attention, I think, on a consistent basis to getting guys over and doing the little things, because they were just so much better than their opponents. When would that show up? In October every year. And I think to emphasize those things is how you maximize your potential and your talent.
Harper drills one to right.
Now you not only have talent, but you have talent that competes in a way that's going to beat you every night. You get every runner over to third with 1 out. You get every bunt down. You read balls in the dirt. You run the bases aggressively. Now all of a sudden you look up, you're playing the game the right way. October 2nd comes around and you just keep playing the same game you were playing for 6 months, and you win in the postseason. And it's a great way to get to October. So that's good stuff. Fundamental baseball is so important. Running the bases well, doing all the things offensively, even hitting cutoff men is a little thing. Throwing to the right base, keeping the double play in order. Those are all little things that add up over 6 months to about 10 or 15 more wins than you normally have.
Well said, and I think those are things that broadcasters, fans should never forget. I mean, we love watching 2 guys on base and somebody hitting out of the ballpark, but those only happen so many times.
Well, just face it, the competition in the East was such that the Nats were so good. It's all they had to do is really show up and play hard and play well, and they'd win. They didn't have to pay attention to the little things because they were so good. They're just hitting balls over the fence.
And this one skied out to left. Harper tagging, and he's out at second. Bryce tried to run on David Dahl. That'll be a 7-4 in the air double play.
See, to me, that's not a bad base running play because you're up by 4 and he's thinking. It's a calculated play where, hey, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm playing hard. I'm forcing the envelope here. You know, maybe in a tie game in the 9th inning, but up by 4. I like to gamble, so what? It's an aggressive mistake, but it had thought to it. It wasn't just you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off. That was a good play. Just
all right, base is
throw.
empty. 2 outs. Yeah, took a perfect throw to get him. Here's Soto. And in this ballpark, you can never have too many runs. If he gets to second, Soto gets a base hit, you're out of slam range. Didn't work out, but it's a point well taken. And that's on the edge. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Every hitter that's ever stepped in the batter's box here, at least once a series, swings as hard as they can to see how far they can hit it. You have to. It's like if you were on a historic par 5 at 600 yards and you had your 3-wood off the tee. No, you swing as hard as you can at least once here.
Soto to right. See you later. Carlos Gonzalez didn't move. And for Soto, it's number 22. RBI number 69. He ties Bryce Harper on the all-time teenage home run list. And the Nats do get out of slam range. It's 6-1.
Every once in a while in this ballpark, you just got to swing as hard as you can and see how far you can hit one. 22, he just pointed to his number. Did you see that? Juan Soto, number 22 for number 22. A no-doubter, a see you later right off the bat. That's a pretty sound upper tank, first row, second row. 22.
A little closer to Acuna in the home run battle.
Pointing to his number.
Here's Mark Reynolds, a base hit and a strikeout, now a pop-up. And Ian Desmond's got room. That's it for the Nats in the 5th. Soto with a big add-on. So we're going bottom 5, the Nats by 5. 22. He won't be that age for 3 more years. How many of these will he hit between now and then?
The side swing on Juan Soto's 22nd home run. So the head is perfectly still. That's what I like most about a swing. Go ahead and roll it, boys. Let's watch a little rock back, not a big leg kick at all, just picks up the foot, puts it down, and then the violent toss of the bat.
And a very relaxed letting go of the bat. No bat flip, no nonsense.
Yeah, I've said this a million times. Felipe Alou always used to say the bat is a weapon. Use it as a weapon. And with Juan Soto, it's such a controlled, violent swing. The bat speed and the strength, all created from the lower half.
Garrett Hampson, pitch hitting for Bettis, 23-year-old infielder. So Juan Soto ties Bryce from 2012 and Tony C in his sights. Look at the names he's passed.
Even the influence he's had on Bryce Harper, who's spreading out no stride with 2 strikes. Trey Turner spreading out no stride with 2 strikes. People watching a 19-year-old be successful and trying to emulate him. And I'll say this is no knock on Bryce Harper, but Juan Soto's a better hitter at 19 than Bryce was. Complete hitter. Where it goes from here, who knows? But isn't it kind of funny, Carp, how this whole thing's going full circle with Bryce's potential last year as a Nat? He started when he was 19, then another 19-year-old comes in, ties his home run record. I mean, it's just kind of eerie how this whole thing's taken place here toward the end of the season.
DJ Johnson up for the second time.
Rockies leading the league in DJs. Has he ever pitched with DJ LeMahieu at second and DJ Rayburn umping home? Because that would be incredible.
With the DJ spinning records between pitches. Fastball outside. Nobody spins records.
Or it's JT Realmuto hitting. And then we're just all messed up. I think it should happen. If it hasn't already.
Wicked hook all night. Strikeout number 6. First out, 5th inning. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
A nasty curve. Here's the true test now, right? He's in the rhythm. We've seen this for years. Once he gets into the groove, he's a rhythm pitcher. Third time through, here come the big boys. And what does he have for the Rockies? Third time through.
Blackman a strikeout and a line drive to deep center on which Bryce Harper made an outstanding play to end the second inning. High riding fastball. Blackman late. 0-2. Milwaukee's taken the lead in that crucial game at Miller Park, 6-5. There was one elimination today. St. Louis eliminated when the Dodgers won. Oh my goodness, Christian Yelich hit another home run, we're told. That ties him for the top spot in the league with Matt Carpenter.
His brother was there last night, serves our country as a Marine. And they said it was okay for him to leave to go watch his brother play. He went deep in front of his brother who serves our country. Check that box for MVP, and then 2 more tonight.
Incredible. Full house here at Coors Field. Rocky fans waiting for some sort of explosion. Phillies beat the Braves and broke that 9-game losing streak. So that could be important to the Dodgers or the Rockies, whoever wins the division. Battling Atlanta for home field. Whoever wins the Central will have home field and play the wild card. The wild card survivor. Strasburg pumping strikes and Blackman staying alive. Good battle.
What's Yelich got to do to win the Triple Crown? He's close, isn't he? 324 average now, a couple taters tonight. He's driven in 3. He might win the Triple Crown.
Right now he's 2 RBIs behind Javi Baez for the Triple Crown.
Unbelievable.
Leading the league in batting average, tied in homers, and close in RBIs. Real close. Blackman takes that curveball out to center, and it's right at Bryce Harper. 2 down, good battle.
All right, get Max Scherzer 300 strikeout game tickets. They're available right now. Commemorative tickets. All proceeds benefit the Nationals Dream Foundation. Visit nationals.com/commemorative. Bring that to Winterfest. Maybe Max will sign it for you. Never know. That'd be cool.
DJ LeMahieu 1 for 2. Opposite field ground ball hit first inning. Called out on strikes in the third. Not a fastball that got away. Good snap on the curveball, but it stayed in 2-0. Hot shot right side. Defoe backhand gave with it on target. Another 1-2-3, and Steven Strasburg's retired 12 of the last 13 Rockies. Marylanders, did you know your state has added over 100,000 jobs since 2015? Maryland is open for business. Be part of the action at open.maryland.gov. Yeah, Nats are open for business. Looking good here in Denver. Yeah, Turner, Soto, the big blows. Trey's driven in 2. Juan's driven in 3. 6-1 Nats. We go top 6. Washington faces right-hander DJ Johnson for the first time.
Yeah, fastball slider, 2 pitches. Fastball 92 to 96. Slider 80 to 85. Opponent's hitting 125 against his slider.
29-year-old right-hander from Oregon. And he snaps a curveball in there. Got his first big league win Tuesday against the Phillies. Guy that's battled through 8 years in the minor leagues with Tampa Bay, Arizona, Minnesota, Miami, the Angels, and the last 2 years with the Rockies. Got the call finally.
Strong beard game.
Wieters, Defoe, Strasburg, top 6. Short center. Out there to grab it though, LeMahieu. So the Nats box score. 3 guys with multi-hit nights. Adam Eaton has been a table setter, by the way. 2 singles, an RBI, 2 runs. The aforementioned heroics of Turner and Soto. And Bryce Harper drilled 1 to right field last time up. Wilmer Defoe, not to be forgotten, his bunt base hit. Leading off, they got a 3-run rally going in the second. Here he is. Right side of the infield, playing deep. Leading off for a hit like that, a bigger deal than maybe in this situation. He'll send Ian Desmond to his right. Good feed to Johnson, 2 down. Strasburg is next. Base hit. His 5th hit of the year.
He and Ian Desmond can chat about the slider that got away here. See if they say anything to each other. Oh, he's getting off easy. Gets to play behind him. Now they're talking about it. He's telling me I thought it was a fastball. He's like, dude, it was a slider.
2 great competitors. Talk to people around the Rockies who are with the ball club on a day-to-day basis, and they will tell you the value of having Ian Desmond in their clubhouse. And they got a lot of guys in there, a lot of veteran guys. Right to the outside edge. So Adam Eaton 2 for 3 tonight, batting an even 300. By the way, best wishes to Ian and Chelsea, expecting their 4th child in about a month. We hope all goes well. Best shortstop of any player's wife we've ever seen.
She can pick it. I'm surprised they're talking this much. Ian's the kind of guy that's so old school. Even if you're his buddy, he'll say hi to you during a game. But he was never on the all-opponent team, meaning you see guys hugging and laughing and talking the whole time nowadays.
Adam Eaton's going to be over 300 again. Strasburg stopping at second, and something brewing here with 2 outs. And you know who coming up, who loves to hit in this yard.
Nice swing, 3 hits, 2 more to go.
He could bat twice more if there's a big inning along the line.
It's 0-5 before the game. He's on his way.
Trey Turner 2 for 3.
Average at 302 now for Adam.
Too early to call it a knockout blow, but if the Nats could score a couple here, they have piled on some runs in a ballpark where you need to do that. Oh, and 2 now. Right down to the end of the barrel to stay alive.
Making sure it didn't chip. Rocky fans know that a 5-run lead is doable in this park. They also know that this is a big moment. If it gets any further, it's going to be real rough. That's why they're still into it. They've seen enough games at Coors Field to know that anything can happen late. So.
Good baseball man right there, Buddy Black. They picked a great time for an 8-game winning streak. They're 90 and 70. Turner, a fastball, and he couldn't get to it. The Nats will strand a couple. They've only left 5 tonight while doing some big-time damage, leading by 5. Your tickets. Maryland football off this weekend, but still fear the turtle.
6-1, bottom of the 6th. Carp, you are a Terp. Now it's time for Built for Baseball. It's brought to you by T-Mobile. Let's check out Steven Strasburg's evening. Up to this point, 6 strikeouts, just 1 run on 3 hits over 5. He's thrown 86 pitches, 57 of them for strikes. The changeup devastating as usual. The curveball curving more than they usually do at altitude. As you see, a nasty one right there. He's in a rhythm. And will this be his last inning as he approaches the 100 pitch mark?
Yeah, 86 pitches, 57 strikes. He's kept the Rockies box a little empty tonight. 1 swing by Carlos Gonzalez. Leadoff homer, 2nd inning. The only blemish on the run column tonight. He's only given up 2 other hits. 1st inning single, DJ LeMahieu, a roller the other way, and Ian Desmond a line drive to right with 2 outs in the 4th. So he's retired 12 of the last 3 batters. Pardon me, 12 of the last 13 batters. David Dowell, a walk and a fly ball to left.
think the Dodgers winning before this game started had an effect on the Rockies tonight? Maybe they came out a little tight, or is it just too many individuals on a team to say how the outcome of a game before you take the field affects you?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Probably on a case-by-case basis. Some guys probably a little more tight. Some guys probably said, who cares, we got to win anyways. You'd think that'd be the majority in the clubhouse. Hey, we got to win our game anyways, who cares? But it's only human nature to put pressure on somebody because you had the first shot fired today. The Dodgers was a big ninth inning against the Giants to break a close game open.
Yeah, the game was 5-5 late. Arenado on deck.
And then they threw it right on the Rockies, said, your turn. What do you got?
And the Rockies looking at Strasburg and Scherzer back-to-back. So far, so good for Steven. And a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a ball diving. Strikeout number 7.
I think it was a changeup at 87. Nasty. Say this, if you beat Max Scherzer on game 162 to get to the playoffs to win your division, you earned it. 100% earned it.
Arenado's pulled it twice. In the air to Soto, on the ground to Turner.
And by the way, the Nats are doing the right thing here. Respecting the integrity of a pennant race by pitching Max tomorrow. A lot of teams, there's been a lot of controversy throughout the years. It's good baseball karma, and you'd hope that somebody does it for you someday when you need a little help. But everybody in the organization kind of deciding on if the game means something. Max wanting to pitch tomorrow, I think it's cool.
Oh my, a pitch up. Arenado to center. Gone. That's his 35th. You can give up solos in this yard and still win.
Yeah, first pitch up, second pitch up. Look at him get on top of that. Almost an abbreviated swing. Watch his bat kind of slow down there, and he had contact, and then he just kind of finished to complete the swing. Nice try.
There's Trevor's Story. Strasburg has struck him out twice, and Arenado now has 106 RBIs. One more than the guy in the box.
Back down in the zone, good pitch.
It was chasing him. Somehow avoided.
I thought I heard it hit him. He'd be running to first if it did. Rockies need base runners. But I thought it hit him. So did Buddy Black. The two sounds were the glove and Larry Vanover's shin guard.
Well, keeping it down effectively all night, except for a couple of pitches there to Arenado. Double barrel. Justin Miller, the righty. Matt Grace, the lefty. Nationals bullpen will be tested at some point tonight. Long way to go.
Throw it in the tree. Oh.
11 outs to get. Turner can't grab it.
Not a bad pitch, just a good piece of hitting by Trevor Story. Went down and got the changeup and lifted it over Trey Turner's head. This is a nice piece of hitting, folks. Little extension there. He was fooled, kept his hands back, and got enough barrel on it. Was strong enough to throw it over the Nats shortstop. So all of a sudden, the Rockies have some life.
Yeah, and that's Trevor Story's first base hit of the series. He was 0 for 4 with a walk, and here's Cargo.
It's a good trip by Matt Wieters. It's A, breather, and B, letting the boys in the bullpen get hot.
Strasburg right on his average number of pitches. He's been over 100 his previous 4 starts. 111, 101, 101, and 100 before this one tonight. And Carlos Gonzalez 1 for 2 with a homer and a strikeout.
Pitch number 100 coming.
Wilmer Defoe for the second out. Story, who is moving on the pitch, checks in at second. Ian Desmond, a walk and a base hit.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's swinging here. And it might be his last hitter. He wanted it.
First inning by far the longest with a 1-out hit and the walk. 2 strikeouts adding to that count. Economical since. Out there again, 2-0. Breaking ball, Rendon left side, scoops and fires. Nice play. So Strasburg gives up a solo for the second time tonight. 4-run lead into the 7th. Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals.
That's Denver land right there. Really popular amusement park here in Denver. Not real crowded right now. Probably won't have to wait to get on that Ferris wheel and get nauseous. It's going fast.
Everything moving fast at this level tonight. Big curveball from DJ Johnson to Bryce Harper. Bryce 1 for 3. Base hit last time. 3 hits in the series. Same pitch, not biting. 1-1.
No guarantees that Bryce plays tomorrow. You'd think he would, right? It's a big game. He could have a day game off after a night game. And how many more times are we going to see him hit?
Yeah.
Potentially.
I'd say he's playing.
Allegedly. Possibly.
Target low and away. Got a pitch up, and Harper makes him pay with his first base hit of the series, and 3 of them have gone right over there.
Well, you'd think he'd be playing tomorrow, but you never know. And he might pinch hit if he doesn't play. But was that his last at bat? Nice swing. I think he'll be in there tomorrow if it means everything and Max is pitching. But you never know. Just throwing it out there, stirring the pot a little bit, having fun.
Anthony Rendon and rare offer tonight. Fastball, he drilled it. Right center. Caught by Carlos Gonzalez.
Absolute robbery. And you talked about it earlier. The line drives stay up in the air a long time here at Coors Field. And Carlos Gonzalez, who's played probably more games than anybody on this field right now, knew it was going to, and he took the gamble, came in and dove and made a nice play. Kind of tailed back to him a little bit, helped him out. That gets by him. This game's over.
Well, Juan Soto could take a big step in that direction. He's doubled and homered. 3 RBIs tonight. High riding fastball, and he took it. Ball 1.
Step out.
Ball skipped in. Walter Smothers.
Time for your Ford drive of the game. Heard your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, SUVs, and 19-year-old homers. There's number 22 for Juan Soto. That's definitely your drive of the game. Second row, upper tank, 107 miles an hour. Love the smile, love the swing. Did you see Juan Soto squared a bunt right there in the throw over? Just messing around a little bit with Nolan Arenado.
And then Johnson drops another one to the outside edge. Juan appears really bothered by that. He's got him right where he wants him. Target away. Breaking ball, and he just stayed with it.
All right, MLB At Bat is your #1 Nats app. Customize your experience to catch every moment. Highlight stats and breaking news. Download it today.
Three and two.
I mean, if he goes deep here or tomorrow, I mean, I don't know. I see him play more than Acuna Jr. I think he's the Rookie of the Year. But in the big picture, does it really matter? Yeah, it'd be nice for the Nationals and the organization to have another Rookie of the Year, but he's so much better than that to me. I feel like Rookie of the Year has you had a really good one-year connotation, and you feel like he's so consistent that he's going to have an amazing career. And MVP might be in the picture.
3-2. Harper at first. Running. Time had been given.
The late on the timeout. And does Johnson throw another slider to Juan Soto? 3-2. Just tipped his hand a little bit.
Soto draws a walk, his 78th. Harper to second. 2 on 1 out with Mark Reynolds next. Soto on for the 3rd time tonight, so he'll take that on base percentage up closer to 410. Reynolds 1 for 3.
Johnson threw a great one on the timeout, and he tried to throw a better one after the timeout because he tipped his hand. So he threw that slider so hard that it had no break to it at all.
Big spot for Reynolds. Fastball out. Ball tailing up and in, and Mark couldn't stop.
You know what? I think Tony Walters is going out there to tell him to come to a stop. He didn't stop there. He kind of bounced at his belt buckle and he balked. And I think Walters saw what I saw. Yeah, I don't think Bryce has been on second. Watch him just kind of bounce here at the bottom. Bounce. He didn't stop. And I think the catcher saw that. Bryce hasn't been on second long enough to steal any signs. So that conference was not about that. See if he stops here.
2-1 now. Top 7. Nats by 4. They've out-hit the Rockies 12-5. Mark got a fastball off to the right. It goes, and the count's even. Good take.
Bryce is looking in the dugout. Bob Henley's looking in the dugout.
Rockies have a lefty working in their bullpen.
I don't think Bryce is running here. Not with this. Not in this situation, I'll just say.
Pitch up, and Mark Reynolds couldn't stop. 2 down.
And that's why. Tried to lay off. Did he go? Yeah.
Innings up to Matt Wieters. 0 for 3. 2 ground balls, a pop-up. Matt much more dangerous from this side of the plate. 40 points worth. And a whole lot more at bats on this side of home plate. Brewers have just tied the Cubs for first place in the Central. They hold on and beat Detroit 6-5. Look at that, with one game to go.
One game for all the marbles. Bring it on, baby.
And if the Nats win this, it's the same in the West between these Rockies and the Dodgers. Place is jam-packed tonight and very noisy right now. They've got the 8, 9, and 1 spots due up after the stretch. Slow roller left side. Wieters is going to have a base hit. Harper stops at third with Arenado standing there with the ball. And the bases are loaded for Wilmer Difo.
That was a beautiful thing for Matt Wieters. Turned a 0 for 3 into a 1 for 4.
Difo 1 for 3 with a bunt base hit tonight. The 2 times he has swung away, he's pulled grounders to Ian Desmond.
This could be the knockout blow right here with the knock. 6-2, still kind of doable for the Rockies. 8-2 would be real tough, or more.
If the inning continues, Andrew Stevenson hitting for Strasburg.
Nice night. 2 runs on 5 hits at Coors Field against this lineup's like pitching a shutout.
Wilmer thought it was outside, but it's 0-2.
Did it come around? Negative.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, and a big-time battle ahead for the young infielder. And he serves one to left for a base hit. Harper scores. Soto coming home. The throw is offline, and the Nationals are on top 8-2. Wilmer Difo delivers a huge 2-out blow.
A beautiful piece of hitting here. He didn't let the second strike affect him. Stayed in the fight, and he had to swing at that pitch. It was the exact same pitch. He just got called on him. So maybe Larry Vanover did him a favor by calling the second strike. He protected strike 3 by slapping into left field. Line moving, and just like that, 8-2 Nats. A big blow from Wilmer Difo.
Boy, and you talk about 48,000 or so falling silent. Michael A. Taylor now announced as the pinch hitter. Buddy Black will make his move. 0-2 pitch, and Difo was able to reach it for one of his biggest hits of the year. So, further to the Rockies bullpen, Taylor coming up, the Nats by 6.
Of the strike zone here to get strike 2. Wilmer didn't like the call. You see the body language. Did he let it affect him? Did he let it affect the rest of his at-bat? No, almost the exact same pitch. Watch pitch number 3. Almost right on top of pitch number 2. So Larry Vanover almost did Wilmer Difo a favor by making him swing at that pitch. He couldn't take it again. It was just called a strike. So the swing and bunt by Wieters, and then the big knock by Wilmer Difo, and all of a sudden, as Bob said, this crowd got real silent.
Yeah, they're thinking about a 4-run game. They have 9 outs with which to work. Now it's a 6-run game. 32-year-old Jake McGee's 60th appearance. So you have the righty-righty matchup here. Michael A. Taylor 0 for 2 against him career. But a great time to give Michael A. an at-bat. Team's up by 6. See what he can do to further expand this big lead.
Oh, he's going in for defense, so.
Yeah. Up the middle, base hit. He will bring in Matt Wieters. Scooting over to third is Difo, and the Nats lead it 9-2. What a good feel-good knock for Michael A. Taylor.
And a smile from Michael A. at first base. Nicely done.
Adam Eaton. And the Nationals have 27 hits in 16 innings here at Coors Field this weekend. So David Dahl moves to right field. Gerardo Parra to left, so Carlos Gonzalez double switched out of the game.
Two-out RBIs are daggers. You're thinking you're out of the inning. You're thinking, hey, we're only down by 4. Let's go put our helmets on, grab our batting gloves, grab our bats, and go to work. Now it's 9-2 in this place. You could hear a pin drop. Game number 162 for all the marbles. My goodness, is it going to be fun tomorrow or what?
A blast. What a good night for Adam Eaton. He's 3 for 4, batting .302. Adam, the 8th Nat to bat here in the 7th.
This would have been a heck of a NLDS, by the way, just thinking out loud.
These two teams playing an October series in this ballpark and at Nationals Park. We'll fall asleep on Michael A. Taylor, by the way, at first base. 24 steals, although the Nats are up by 7. A no-no in this ballpark or not? Who knows?
I feel like you're up by 3.5.
Swing and a miss on a ball low and outside. That's it for the Nationals. Hey, Adam Eaton made him work for the putout. 3 spot on the board. It's 9-2.
Lots of hits for the Nats, 15 of them, 9 runs. Juan Soto double his 25th home run, his 22nd. 3 RBIs to get to 69. Trey Turner 2 for 4, 2-run homer. Steven Strasburg had a nice night with 7 strikeouts. Like I said, 2 runs on 5 hits in this ballpark is muy bueno. Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a donation of $44 to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this year.
Appearance number 21 for Koda Glover. 13 runs, 13 hits, 6 earned runs in 15 innings. Needs to work on his command. This would be a good time to do that in this ballpark. 8 strikeouts, 10 walks in that time. And a ball bunted, and Anthony Rendon's there in plenty of time. Catcher Tony Walters trying to bunt for a hit, and it was not close at first base. So Michael A. Taylor to shore up center field, and Bryce Harper, who's played some good center field tonight, over to right. Adam Eaton double switched out of the game. Next up is Gerardo Parra, who's already in the game, playing left field now. Parra 0 for 2 career against Koda Glover. Nice action on that 89 diving.
So I'm being told the Brewers just announced that Gio Gonzalez will be their starting pitcher tomorrow.
How about that? Well, Gio won an important ball game for them last week and knocked in a run that night. At least he pitched in a game they won.
Well, maybe he can put that whole Game 5 thing to rest tomorrow. You would think in that scenario, Carp, that it's everyone's pitching.
Harvey Holstaff available tomorrow.
I mean, everybody that's available is pitching for the Rockies tomorrow, for the Dodgers tomorrow, for the Cubs and the Brewers.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wobble a little bit, the bullpen's got to be up all day. I mean, you just have to tell your players, hey, no offense, I know sometimes it rattles you when you look over your shoulder and you see somebody warming up, but I got to have guys ready. So there will be guys warming up every inning. If you get a couple guys on, sorry, check your feelings at the door. This is to get to where we want to get to.
Yep. Oh, 0-2, Glover to Parra. That's a perfect curveball that drops in for the strikeout. Left-handed batter frozen, 2 down in the 7th.
Just enough break there at the end to get the call. Mike Montgomery for the Cubs tomorrow against Jack Flaherty, the young 22-year-old for the Cardinals.
Good run on the 90 to get ahead of Charlie Blackmon, who was 0 for 1 career against Glover. This one out to left, and it's tailing back to Soto. Koda Glover, a 1-2-3, bottom of the 7th at Coors Field. the Nats by 7.
Time tonight. How about some Fios by Verizon Expo? We got Tater Vision here. That's what they should call it, Tater Vision. Fios by Verizon Tater Vision. Number 19 for Trey Turner. Number 22 for Juan Soto. 100% fiber optic network, 100% phenomenal. Visit getfios.com. Anyone for number 20 right here for Trey Turner?
Love to see him get to 20. Soto get to 70 RBIs. And Max get to 19 tomorrow. Nothing wrong with some personal goals that would really help the ball club. Down and in, swing and a miss. Trey 2 for 4 tonight. A single, a 2-run homer, 2 runs scored.
Tonight guarantee a winning season too. Don't forget about that.
That's win. It'll be number 82.
We're hoping Max chunks tomorrow. That would make for a fun last game, and I'm hearing maybe Anderson for the Rockies.
Turner to left. Parra, very good outfielder. 1 out. Nets Plus memberships for next year on sale. It's a great member benefits program. I can tell you, I've been 6 years now. So best seats for next year, guaranteed access to potential postseason games, save money compared to single game ticket prices. Become a Nats Plus member. Visit nationals.com/2019.
Sean Doolittle chilling.
They're looking pretty happy with a 9-2 lead right there. There's Bryce Harper, base hits his last 2 times up. 0 for 3 career with a walk against Jake McGee. McGee holds on way too long. Greg Holland taking a drink, getting ready for the 8th after a Coda Glover beauty in the bottom of the 7th. Get the Nats right back in the dugout. On 9 pitches, 8 strikes, by the way. Ooh, big rip by Bryce.
He could go third deck here if he gets one in right, even right center.
Yeah, it's doable. Larry Walker hit the first top deck homer to right field in the history of this ballpark.
He could hit one up to the silver bullet bar if he really gets one.
Bryce has walked 129 times this year. That ball hit extremely hard and out of play.
All right, check this out. DC Lexus dealers continue to go above and beyond in their quest to support cancer research by raffling off a 2019 Lexus ES Sport. All proceeds support the cause. Visit DCLexusDealersRaffle.com to learn more.
Saw that breeze blowing those flags next to the left field scoreboard. They blew that foul ball way out of play. '81 at game time tonight here in Denver. Right now it's 68. It was in the 40s this morning and made it to the mid 80s by the afternoon. And time given.
That's spoiling a pitch right there, big time. 96 on the black, left on left. You just flip it down the line.
Quite a battle here, 3-2 again. Bryce Harper will walk for the 130th time.
That's a good at bat right there.
Anthony Rendon. Couple of hits last night, 0 for 4 tonight. Really stung it last time. Carlos Gonzalez robbed him of an extra base hit out in the right center gap. Anthony 0 for 2 against Jake McGee. And this fly ball really carrying to the deep gap out there. One hops. Here comes Harper. He will score easily. Heading for third, Anthony Rendon, 10-2 Nationals. And that's his 92nd RBI.
A beautiful swing right here, inside out. You know what I like about this, Carp? Sometimes when you're a double collector, you'll hit the brakes in a game where your run doesn't mean a lot just to get another double. But Anthony Rendon, playing the game the right way, ran this ball all the way out for a triple. I've seen so many guys. We used to make fun of them. They would hit the brakes at second base because they wanted to pad their double stats. Anthony Rendon didn't do that right there. He played the game the right way for his second triple of the year.
Guys will do that, huh?
Yeah,
wow.
all the time. We used to make fun of them for pulling up at second. They just pull up about 4 steps shy of second. So they have the double when maybe they could have got a triple, but nobody gets paid for triples. You don't.
Well, here's Juan Soto with a runner at third and one out, and he can reach 70 RBIs here by getting the bat on the ball. The thing we have to remember about Juan Soto is having a nice weekend. Big night tonight. He's seeing all these Rockies pitchers for the first time. The Nats played them a month before he was called up. One.
70 extra base hits on the year for Anthony Rendon.
Yeah, he's in the top 9 in the league in that department. $16 hits for the Nats. 28 in the 2 games here.
So if you're the Rockies tomorrow, who do you pitch? Because if you don't win, you have to have somebody for the game on Monday.
Right.
The wild card game. If you do win, do you push all your chips in the middle and say, okay, well, we get a bunch of days off, let's go?
Yeah, and you got to win the division to get those days off. 1-2 to Juan. Target up and time had been given. It was a fastball right down the middle. I would have liked to seen him hack on that pitch, but it didn't count. That's his second time tonight that Juan Soto has asked for time very late, and Larry Vanover gave it to him.
I think Larry's telling him it was late too. And he said, my bad, got back in the box.
Umpire doesn't have to give it to you, but Vanover has twice. Two and two.
It'll be interesting to see. They go with Marquez on short rest, but it would be just 2 days rest, I think.
Soto pulls the ground ball, and that's how he gets to 70 runs batted in. The Nationals lead 11-2.
The resume is starting to fill out a little bit, isn't it? Not that it needed to be, but when you talk about what Ronald Acuna Jr. is doing.
And he might be getting more references every day, too.
70 RBIs, 22 home runs.
Dugout knows it. So 2 more for the Nats here in the 8th. And with 2 outs, Mark Reynolds the hitter. Out to center, Charlie Blackmon. So the Rockies are down to their final 6 outs. They are down big. 11-2 Soto and the Nats. Create your moment at visitannapolis.org. Beautiful night in Denver, down into the mid-60s now. 6 outs to Getz for the Nats to forge a tie between the Rockies and the Dodgers for all the first place marbles tomorrow. Here's Greg Holland. The Nats right-hander having a fantastic second half. 0.89 ERA, 24th appearance, 2 earned runs, 9 hits in 20 innings.
The fastball, low 90s. Slider mid 80s, curveball high 70s. And he knows a little bit about pitching in this ballpark.
Yeah, been a while since he's been here. Crowd thinning out onto the streets of Lodo as this one gets in to the bottom of the 8th. Nasty action on that breaking ball. He disguises it as a strike for a while, and then it's gone.
He and Justin Miller have been 2 tremendous finds for the Nats. There's been a lot of positives in this season. We talk about the emergence of Juan Soto. Trey Turner having a sneaky awesome year. Anthony Rendon the same. Greg Holland, Justin Miller, Max Scherzer doing his thing as usual. There's a lot of good stories. Probably leaving a few out on the fly here on live TV, but Greg Holland off the scrap heap has been phenomenal. Mark Reynolds.
Had the hitter reaching, gets the one hopper and fires it to Reynolds for the first out, 8th inning.
How are you doing this time?
Winterfest, Saturday, December 1st, Sunday, December 2nd. It's going to be unseasonably warm at Nationals Park, but we'll have a lot of holiday fun for the kids, for the whole family, really. It's a great thing about Winterfest. So much for the kids to do and a lot of fun for the adults as well. Early bird pricing available through tomorrow. Visit nationals.com.
Come out and see the Skittles tarp that you missed for a month and a half. Well, it's going to be nice. It's going to be a sunny day. They're going to be there. It's going to be about 64 for the high.
That's our family of the night at Coors Field. Well done, guys.
Oh, we should do that next year.
David Dahl lashes one foul, and the count's 1-1.
Can we give him free passes to Denverland?
The amusement park with a name that's really hard to pronounce.
Maybe I just made it up, but it's got a ring to it, Denverland. See Marty the Moose at Denverland, kids? Come on, let's go. I think it's right by the football stadium, if I'm not mistaken.
It's right across the Interstate 25 from the Broncos' home.
They have John Elway mascots there.
Right side, Mark Reynolds will cut it. Underhand. Holland, high throw. And he just nicked the bag on his way by. David Dahl got down the line quickly. 2 outs. Big time pitching so far by the Nats tonight. 2 outs in the 8th inning, and Nolan Arenado, who hit one straight away center field for his 35th last time, stepping in.
That's a guy that's not going to sleep tonight right there. You got the stories about how intense he is?
Yeah, he's wound pretty tight.
And if you take something to help you go to sleep, then you're groggy for the game tomorrow. So you just got to wear it as a player and hope that adrenaline takes over, which it usually does in a huge game. We were eliminated in the wild card in Montreal in 1996 in game 161. And for 2 weeks, I flip-flopped, didn't sleep. Every game was the biggest game ever. We were going back and forth with the Dodgers and the Padres back when they only had one wild card. I did an interview, Carp, in the clubhouse after a game. Didn't think much of it. And I was in my apartment in Montreal the next day, and I saw myself on TV, and I didn't recognize myself. Because of the circles under my eyes, the weight I had lost from stressing out about getting into the playoffs, and the lack of sleep for maybe 7 to 10 days. You know, they say you're not supposed to take the game home with you, but when the games and the stakes are at their highest, it's impossible to shut your brain down.
2-0, and it's right in there.
And to be honest, I kind of missed that feeling.
Slow roller, Turner to his left. Ball came up a bit at the end, and he still recovers and throws out Arenado. 3 ground ball outs for Greg Holland, and Trey Turner sticking with it.
We didn't tease this because we didn't see this coming. Wilmer Defoe with the big knock of the night. Back in the 7th inning, had 2 strikes on him. It was the 3rd pitch of the at-bat, exactly like the 2nd strike that was outside. He stayed with the at-bat. Maybe that's what Tim Bogart's telling him. See, you didn't let that 2nd strike affect you. You flipped it into left. Davey Martinez trying to figure out the same thing Bob is next to me right now. Where the heck is everybody playing? Because they went spring training wholesale substitutions, trying to get guys off their feet for the big game tomorrow.
Yeah, I do know we have 2 catchers playing the infield. Not to mention another catcher. This is Sam Howard, a lefty, who comes in for the Rockies, and Nats will see him for the first time. 4th big league appearance. No runs, 3 hits in 3 innings. A walk and a strikeout. Sam Howard.
Just had a night for him at Nats Park.
Yeah, they call him the Bison.
Yeah.
Would be a bad name out here.
Those things walk right down Main Street here. They're everywhere. Sam fastball slider change. Fastball 92 on average. You got all the changes in your scorebook? I mean, because you can't tweet out the pitcher unless you get all the changes. You good?
Got most of them.
Are you going to be here till like
Charlie
midnight?
Blackman's still in the game out in center.
You guys don't know. Bob stays about, I don't know, an hour, hour and a half after the game, locked it in his scorebook. He has a professional photographer come in here, put all the lighting around it. They take it from like 14 different angles. And then he tweets it every night.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and we will only have 2 more to tweet. But I want you folks to know that I have a bunch of them at my disposal during the off season, so you never know when it's going to pop up. But during the off season, we'll go back to 2012 and maybe to 15 and tweet some Nats classics for you. Maybe a couple no-hitters or some walk-offs here and there, a clincher or 2.
I think you should, whatever the Masson Classic is for the day, tweet out that scorebook.
3-2 to Matt Wieters.
I'll just have somebody from
the
the
station. Then I'll look up and it'll be spring training.
There you go.
All right, Tom Murphy. Third base, Ryan McMahon. Pat Valaika at short. Tony Walters a catcher at second. Butera at first.
Jose Cuervo in center.
Can you throw that back up there, Mr. Producer? And Mr. Director, we hope Matt's okay.
Make sure Matt's okay here. Don't get hurt. Do not get hurt. Oh, off the knee. That's not good. He's a catcher. He gets it.
So it is, there's a new center fielder, Noel Cuevas. Pat Valaika at short. Parra still in left and Dahl still in right. But with these changes, the Rockies have changed every defensive position tonight. And it's important. I think it's a good call by Bud Black. Get those guys off their feet. It's a night to forget. Wieters down to first.
Get Matt Wieters off his feet.
And for the Rockies, this is the ultimate live to fight another day scenario. Pedro Severino will run for Matt and then catch the bottom of the 9th. Matt Wieters 1 for 4 with a run scored and a walk tonight.
Shut her down.
Wilmer Defoe batting right-handed. And he tried to place one in between Nolan Arenado and that third base bag.
I'm trying to see how many starters are on the bench. I can see Cargo down there sitting on the bench. You know, as a young player, your first go around, I thought it was always cool when you went in for the starters and they stayed on the bench late in the game.
Back to the pitcher. And a 1-4-3 double play. It's quite beyond a safe situation, but Sean Doolittle could use some work. Hasn't pitched but a couple of times in the last week or so. Got to keep him sharp. You never know when somebody's October hopes might be riding on him pitching in the 9th inning tomorrow.
Or Max's 19th win.
Correct. Taylor out to center. And that ball fooled Cuevas. And Michael A. Taylor speeding into second. He will stop.
All right, Michael A. with a couple knocks tonight. That's got to feel great, doesn't it? Off the bench in the 7th with the first pitch knock up the middle, and now in the 9th, a double over the head of Cuevas.
Pitcher spot is next, where Adam Eaton was double switched out of the game. So Victor Robles will get an AB here in the ninth. Started, had a couple of knocks last night, a bunt base hit and a double.
See that score? It's the bottom of the 13th, no score.
Yeah, come on guys. Score so they can have a party for David Wright in the clubhouse.
The Mets have no runs on 10 hits. The Marlins have no runs on 5 hits through 13. A double shutout.
And Robles to first. Trey Turner gets another shot. "19 home runs, 72 batted in. Up the middle, base hit, RBI number 73 as Taylor scores, and it's 12-2 Nationals. So the double play ball happened, and then Michael A and his buddies decided just to start another rally. Over to third, Robles. And a 3-hit night for Trey Turner.
Little squiver up the middle.
And Bryce Harper gets another AB.
Ground ball with eyes.
Bryce tonight, 2 for 4, a walk, 2 runs. And Bryce Harper has now scored 103 runs this year. Austin Jackson walks off the Marlins.
They're going to have a 1-game playoff tomorrow.
Two and one to Bryce.
The Mets came in here last year in April and scored a ton of runs. Remember that?
Yep.
I'd tell you all about it, but my internet doesn't work. I think it has altitude poisoning. For the second.
It's been a rough internet weekend for us here.
It's the altitude, I think. It's not as effective at Mile High.
I tell you, Bryce Harper has gotten his money's worth of swings tonight.
Well, you remember early in the season when he was swinging out a lot of pitches out of the zone. I think this two-strike approach is something he has to incorporate wherever he goes, whether it's with the Nats or whatever team he plays for. It's so cool to watch him spread out, go no stride, and try to put the ball in play. It doesn't always work, but it's just a much more consistent approach, like, to do stuff like that.
Take it up and away. Here comes pitch number 9. Harper, right side. One hopper. Let's see, catcher Tony Walters out there playing second base now, and he made a pretty good play. But the Nats tack on another, and it's 12-2. Out of Colorado, depending on what the Dodgers do, of course, in San Francisco. We're not sure who's starting for the Rockies yet. Max coming off strikeout number 300 last time out. And tomorrow, all the games start at 3:05 first pitch Eastern time. So Nat section begins at 2:30. FP and I from the booth at 3 o'clock. First pitch 3:05. Max will get a good night of sleep and then get out there tomorrow and try to have some sort of impact on the National League pennant race.
Or maybe he'll hand the ball to this guy tomorrow. Who knows? 43rd appearance for Sean. Opponent's hitting 138. Fastball, slider, changeup combination. Lefty's hitting 034 against Sean Doolittle. Did you see that?
Rand McMahon is the leadoff guy.
Dr. Evil and right.
Victor Robles and Adrian Sanchez at third.
Yeah, the pinky. Did you see that? Good pitch down the zone. There comes the high one.
And a leadoff walk.
We'll take a long stroll here, kind of reset. Doesn't like the baseball, wants a new one. It's so hard to trick yourself into thinking it's a save opportunity, it's a close game. How many times have you seen closers come in these situations and they live on adrenaline. There's not a lot going on here other than you're pitching in a big league game.
That Valaika took over at shortstop. Right off the end of the bat, that's going to come back sliding fair. And Mark Reynolds tried to tag him. Ball squirted out of his glove as some contact was made there. And it looks like the first two men are aboard here in the bottom of the ninth. Crazy play on a spinning ground ball.
Yeah, they were arriving at the same time, and that ball was spinning so hard it came right out of Reynolds' glove. It was still spinning. He didn't have time to get his bare hand in there to secure it. Never really had it.
Andrew Stevenson in left field. Ball slapped to left and hooking well foul.
Yeah, his velocity is way down tonight. These fastballs are all 90. It's very pensive out there. And I think they're seeing what we're seeing in the third base dugout. Don't want to overextend them because you might need them tomorrow.
Saw Austin Williams ready. There's a check swing on a 92 heater.
Of all the places that need a bullpen card, it's here. It's a long way. It's
man.
a long haul. And at altitude, it could be like pitching a whole inning coming in from right center field. There's a lot of pitching changes.
There are.
You get a fast one that does like 90. Lock them up when you get to the mound. Or a four-wheel drive one that just comes right out of the forest in center field. I think that'd be cool too.
1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. And Doolittle, little slight piece it appeared for the strikeout.
Check it out again. Might have been a changeup at 84. I think he turned over the change.
Yeah.
Got the big punch out.
Tony Walters caught most of the game. He's the second baseman now.
So I'm told Pedro is having trouble seeing the signs. Yeah, what do you do if you can't see the signs? Sometimes you put that paint on your fingernails. They have those fluorescent stickers they can put on them too, but I think mainly with the runner on second, it's just slow down and make sure you spread your fingers wide and slow when you're giving the signs so you could differentiate a 2 and a 3. See? A little slower there, a little more deliberate.
And then Sean comes tumbling and spinning off the rubber right there. And you hope that has nothing to do with his foot.
Yeah, that didn't look comfortable at all. Watch how he comes off the mound there and then kind of hobbles. I think it's going to be his last hitter. There's no need to take any chances with your closer. If his foot's hurting on a scale of 1 to 10 at 1 right now, get him out of there.
Yep.
There's no need. Those guys know that. They saw what we just saw.
Right in there. Walters just looked at it and walked away. 2 down. Gerardo Parra.
He's walking real gingerly. Do you see this going up on the mound? He shook his head too right before he walked down the mound. I hope he's okay. They're definitely checking on him, and I think they even asked if he was okay, and he said yeah. So Paul Lessard looking on.
So the Nats are not away from clinching a winning record with their 82nd win of the year. They'll also clinch a winning record on the road with their 41st. And the Nats, if they take care of business here, will have won 13 of their last 20. Fastball up.
Well, I saw a prediction for the Nats season about a month ago, maybe a month and a half, that said 83 and 81. You know, on one of those smart websites where they have a computer and it spits out a number.
Yeah, they're all smart. Just ask them.
Well,
pretty close.
If they nailed it.
And Sean finding a way to pump strikes here.
To 94 on that heater. One more letter high for the W, the curly W.
Two balls, two strikes.
Close.
Walked him and the bases are loaded. 2 walks and an error in the inning. And Davey Martinez didn't want to have to come out and do this, but no need to leave Sean Doolittle out there any longer.
Saw him tell Pedro Severino he's all right. And his manager that he's all right.
Standing by in the bullpen.
Hasn't signaled yet. And there we go.
All right. Sean Doolittle, 2/3 of an inning. Can't be charged with any earned runs, even if something scores here with Williams coming in.
Fine. He reached into his jacket. The first thing he put on was his wedding band, and then he put on that wristwatch you saw. And he's talking about didn't have the giddy up on his fastball that he normally does, and now Austin Williams is trying to end this thing.
10th game as a big leaguer for the right-hander. 9 1/3, 6 earned runs, 10 hits so far, 6 walks, 8 strikeouts. Noel Cuevas took over in center field. He's the hitter here.
Good block. How did he stop that?
Well, Pedro Severino's always been an athlete back there.
This one just misses, and Pedro gets over there and does a nice job of keeping the bases loaded. Those are Sean Doolittle's runs. He's trying to protect the earned run average here.
Nice hook.
That's right. There was
1-1.
My bad. There was an error.
A little further out. In fact, a lot further out with the breaking ball for strike 2.
And Sevy getting out there again. Nice curveball. I'm going to say based on that swing that he gets another one.
Ball came right back to Severino. And when you're down by 10, you better be sure you're going to score. It's one of those things. that part of the backstop is pretty close to home plate, and the ball went there, came right back to him.
Well, on the other side of that, when you're up by 10, you got to throw one closer.
Trey Turner over to Defoe, and this one is over. Took a while. Worth it for the Nats. They make it a rough evening for the Rockies, who now are tied for first with the Dodgers with game number 162 tomorrow, and they're facing Max Scherzer. For FP and Dan, Bob Carpenter. Hope you enjoyed a long night. Right around 3 hours and 40 minutes worth of baseball. The Nats 12 runs on 18 hits. They win at 12-2, and Steven Strasburg is 10-7. So tomorrow the game starts at 3:05, along with every other game in Major League Baseball. Nats Extra pregame 2:30. This has been a presentation of Masson. Nats Extra postgame straight ahead and from Colorado. See you later.